Hello. So today I'd like to make for you some refried beans. Anyone that knows me knows I love refried beans, and we've actually done this on our Twitch channel as well, and I believe we made some at Whack as well, one of the cooking things there. So this is the way I make refried beans. Everyone has got their own sort of particular recipe, and we'll go through different ways that you can do it while we're cooking them. Now, refried beans, here we go then. Let's just get on with it and we can chat on the way. So I've got here my olive oil. I'm just going to heat that up to my favourite shimmering, as we always do. Get that bad boy in there. And these are just the best. Really are. So tasty. I actually tried some canned ones recently, and I didn't realise how horrible they were. Sorry, old El Paso. But yeah, they weren't that nice. Right. So we're just going to get our oil to shimmering, and then we'll go straight in with our onion. Right. Start to see some nice little waves in my oil. I reckon it's nearly there. Yeah. So it's got a nice little sizzle on it, but not too much. We don't want to burn them, but we do want to caramelise them and bring that lovely sweetness out. Because that's all part of our flavour. Right. So I'm going to cook these for about between 8 and 10 minutes. And get them all lovely and soft and delicious. So these are getting really nice, and when you see that they're all like translucent, slightly coloured, like obviously the olive oil is going to add a bit to the colouring, and lovely and soft, you're pretty much there. Next, we're going to chuck our garlic in, and I've got 2 nice fat juicy cloves here. Use as much or as little as you want, really. If you're cooking for children and you think your children maybe don't like too strong a garlic flavour, just put the 1 clove in. And instead of all of these different spices that we used, and you could just use a vegetable stock cube or a chicken stock cube, any kind of stock you like, really. But I'm going to put some different herbs and spices in there because that's the way I like to make it. But like I say, I have seen people do it with just a stock cube and onion. If you try it that way, let me know how you get on. It's also probably good for people that don't like too much spice. Not everybody can take the heat of chilies, so yeah, and that'd be a really quick way. So I'm just making my garlic aromatic. I love that smell. Never gets old. And here I've got some chilies chopped up. You'll see I've de-seeded them and I've taken the pith out of the middle. And this is just purely the chili itself, the outside bit. It was a pack of 3, all 3 different colours. So I've chopped them all up. And what I don't use today, just going to chuck in the freezer, to be fair. But I do like a bit of spice. So they're going to go in next. It's just smelling slightly raw still, so just get that cooked out. Then we go. I think I'm going to have, let's use this one. I'm going to use red and green and a bit of that orangey one. Yum. Can't wait to eat these. So, what do we use refried beans for? Well, they're great if you want to put them on a taco. They make a really good base for what are they called, tostadas, where they're kind of laid out flat. And like everything will stick to them then. If any other toppings you put on top, they're not going anywhere, because this refried beans is great paste. I like them in wraps. Some people, I've never made a burrito, but some people use refried beans in their burritos. Again, it's a great base. It makes everything stick, so it's not all going to fall out. I used to make this when the children were little, and we used to have it alongside a picadillo, which is like a mince, sort of Mexican-inspired, or Tex Mex, really, to be fair. Any of this food is more like cowboy food than actual authentic Mexican food, the food that we're familiar with, if you like. So like with the burritos, people quite often use this. We used to use it, build our own wraps, with cheese, with your avocado dip, your guacamole, and like I say, with our, it wasn't a chili as such, but it's the one that we preferred. It had like sultanas and stuffed olives in it, and maybe we'll make that one day, because kids used to love it. Me too. Right, so we've softened up our peppers now, our chilies, and I like to put a bit of paprika in, because it's just such a lovely colour, and also flavour's delicious. Why wouldn't you? I'm going to put a good pinch of oregano in there. And I'm putting these in now because that's dry. Later on, we're going to put in our fresh coriander. I'm just going to fry this up a bit. Smelling good. I've also got a nice, good pinch of salt. If you're using a stock cube, don't put the salt in just yet. Put that in at the end, you know, taste it and see if you need any more, because not all stock cubes are the same. Okay, just fry that out a bit. Now, for the beans. Well, I just happen to have these two in the cupboard. So this is red kidney beans. These are black beans. You can also use pinto beans. They're really, really good. But I'm just going to mix the two. So, let's get this done. I think we're ready. Now I have already drained and rinsed these. I just kept them in their containers so that you could see what they were. So chuck those both in. Just cook them down for a bit. Now the good thing is kidney beans will really cook down nice and soft, and like when we get to mashing them, they'll go to a lovely mashy paste. The black beans, they'll probably keep their shape a bit more, so you've got that difference in texture, which is quite nice, because we're not making baby food. We do want some texture. And you could eat this just on its own, just in a wrap on its own. And that's what I'm going to do. It's another dish that's always good the next day as well. Just get some pepper in there now. Okay, so when you feel that that's come up to temperature, I'm going to put some hot water in there. And then I'm going to go and get my coriander. I say go and get it because it's in the freezer. Saved it from the landfill. Right. Yum. Okay, so that's been bubbling away there for about 2 or 3 minutes now. We just want to get, we're using that water, or if we're going to use stock, to just try and draw those flavours into the beans. So that's why the water's really, it's really important, really helpful. Now, just going to start mashing. Now, obviously, you can use fresh beans if you want to. Make sure you take notice of the cooking instructions on the packet, because things like kidney beans do need to be soaked overnight before you cook them. And they take quite a long time to cook, although once you've cooked them, of course, they yield quite a large amount, and you can use that water as an egg substitute. That's what some people do. You can use it to bind things together. So if you wanted to make vegan burgers, that's great, that water, that liquid that you get from them. You can also use it to cook your refried beans in, if you save your liquor. Just going to taste it, see if we need to add any more seasoning. I will add a little drop more water because it's a bit dry. We don't want it too dry. It's my favourite bit. So I'm going to put a drop more water in there. I'll show you the consistency. I've also got some lemon juice. It calls for lime. Lime juice is best, but I didn't have any lime juice, so I'm afraid we've gone with lemon. It's just nice to finish it off. Right, that's better. That's a better consistency. Right, let's get that cooked down. I'm going to put a little bit more salt in mine. Now again, if you're making this for children, younger people, or people that you think maybe can't handle the skins of the beans, you could put it in your food processor and blitz it right down. But I'm not doing that because I like the textures. There we go then. Now, I will be making some wheat flour tortillas. You'll probably get that one next week. And that's how I'm going to serve this. I'm going to have it just in a wrap with some lovely cheese, maybe some guacamole and this. And it's just delicious as it is. I'll show you. Once the smoke clears, you can see all those lovely colours from the chilies in there. And also you can see the contrast in the two beans. That really will make it taste delicious. I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to be doing a series of cowboy foods. So like I said, I will be cooking some tortillas in the coming weeks. I'm also thinking of doing the picadillo. We can maybe make some guacamole and some salsa. And we'll make some other types of wraps. And we'll kind of have a little bit of a cowboy section. Maybe even some cowboy beans. And see how we get on. If you've got anything that along those lines that you'd like me to have a go at cooking, or we can learn together, please let me know in the comments, or private message me, Vicky Stewart, and let's go on a cowboy journey. Anyway, till next time.